Hi, and welcome to this special yoga routine for a broken toe, foot slash ankle. I'm Sina from Yoga with Sina, and I am very happy that you are here today. I know exactly what it feels like if you suddenly face limitations in being active, in following a workout routine that you have established and have been working on for quite some time. So I am practicing today's sequence with you, actually with a broken pinky toe. And it took me about 2 days of, um, yeah, kind of digesting my shock over what has happened before I sat down and started writing up and working on modifications of how I can continue my yoga practice with a broken toe. And I am here to share this sequence with you so that you can benefit from the practice and that you can stay positive and continue to be active even if you're facing some physical challenges. So let's come to the mat and begin. All right, I suggest that if you have a broken toe, for me it's the right pinky toe, to have a small pillow. I just grabbed this one, anything will do, that you can actually use to support your foot when we put it with the top of the foot down onto the mat so that it can just rest with a little bit more ease. I feel sitting cross-legged is fine. You choose any variation of seat that works for your injury. And as you just check out what it feels like, you might want to go ahead and already work on lengthening your spine a little bit upwards. So with the next inhalation, go ahead and lengthen the crown of your head a little bit up. And then relax your shoulders down on your exhale, allowing the eyelids to close if that feels comfortable. And taking a couple of breaths here, arriving on the mat, allowing all the external distractions that we soak up throughout our day to subside, to quiet down, allowing ourselves to simply focus and bring our awareness to our inhale and our exhale, observing how the fresh oxygen travels in through the nostrils, spreading in the body. And then as you exhale, it travels back out through the nostrils again, leaving the body a little bit warmer if that's a sensation you're noticing. And staying here for a few more rounds, softening through the facial muscles, letting the shoulders relax, allowing the belly to be soft, the legs to be heavy. On your next inhale, you can blink your eyes back open or keep them closed. I'll guide you with my voice if you prefer to keep the eyes closed. We're going to work into our neck at first. So drop your right ear towards your right shoulder, trying to keep the shoulders level, so not hiking up that left shoulder. Keep the arms heavy, the elbows relaxed, and just bring your right ear closer towards the right shoulder. See how that feels. If you need to work a little deeper into the neck, if there is hardly any sensation that you can notice right now, try putting your left fingertip down to the ground and gently pushing the fingertips against the mat or the surface you're sitting on, and notice how that increases the sensation a little bit on the side of your neck. Now you can stay here or join me in lifting your chin up, looking diagonally up towards the ceiling, or if you're practicing outside, into the sky. Take a big breath here, lifting the chin, feeling how the stretch now transfers a little bit more into the front of the neck, the throat. And if you want to move a little bit more, take your nose down now as if you were trying to connect your nose to your right armpit, and then see how that feels in the side of your neck and how you can feel that stretch change the sensation a little bit. Continue pressing into your left fingertips or have them rest on your left knee or thigh. One more inhale here. Good. And then just roll your chin over your collarbones towards the center of the mat. And then release your left hand if it's on the mat and turn your head so that your left ear is now leaning towards your left shoulder. Staying here for just a moment, noticing how now you can feel that stretch from the back of your right earlobe all the way down to the top of your right shoulder. Again, if you need, go ahead, extend your right fingertips down to the mat, gently press them into the floor and feel how that changes the sensation, the experience. Breathe here. Full breath in, full breath out. Turning your chin up to face whatever is above you so that you can change the sensation and reach in towards the front of the neck here a little bit more. Also breathing in here. Remember that we're always trying to keep the maximum length in our spine. And then exhale, turn your chin down, your nose nearing your left armpit so that you get to tackle a little bit more the back of your neck into maybe the top of your shoulder blades. Big breath here. Good. And then releasing your right hand if you had it stretched out, and again rolling your chin over your collarbones to the center. Now here just stay and interlace your hands behind your head so that your interlace of the hands meets your head where your hairline connects to the neck. And then just drop your elbows heavy down to the floor without pulling, just resting the weight of your arms, your hands on the back of the neck. Feel that stretch across the top of your upper back body into the shoulder blades. Take another full inhale here. And on a next inhalation, spread your elbows out, so lift them out to the sides, and then from here, lift your nose, your chin up, and push your head back into your hands so that you can spread through the collarbones here, opening the front side of the body. Let the head be really heavy and press it back into your hands, elbows splaying out to the sides, and then squeezing the elbows back allows you to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take another full inhale here. Draw the navel to the spine, find lengthen the spine again, and exhale. Rest your hands on the knees. All right, one more side body stretch in the seated pose here. If you need to swap your legs out, that's totally fine. I'm just going to stay like this. Take your left hand down to the ground, reach your right arm up overhead, bending into the left elbow, allowing that right arm to reach over towards the left side here. You want to initiate that big opening in the right side body. Now, careful here that you're not collapsing forward. You always want to try and push that left shoulder a little bit more out to the front so that you get this rotation to open up through your collarbones, your heart. If your neck feels okay, you could try and turn your nose up so that you can look at your right hand. Take a full breath here, reach your right fingertips even further out and away. And as we exhale, navel to spine, come all the way up into a seat, straight over to the other side. Press your right hand down into the mat, lift your left arm up overhead, and then reach your left fingertips up and over to the right. Push your left hip down so that you can find that extension through the side body. Nice lateral stretch here, right elbow bends. And then remember, trying to open up, circle that left shoulder a little bit back as you push the right shoulder forward. And if you like, turn your gaze nose up, facing your left palm. Big inhale here. Exhale, reach your fingertips even further. And then coming back up into a seat, engaging your abdominals to lift you up. Good. You might want to shrug your shoulders here just once or twice. That's it. And before we get a little bit more into our center, we're just going to warm up the spine finally using some twisting here. So you can go ahead and take your left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes behind you, fingertips to the ground. On your first inhale, find the length in the spine. Really sit up nice and tall here. And then as you exhale, you can use your left hand and the right knee to initiate a little bit of a deeper twist here, trying to keep pushing the right hip gently forward so that you can still find a gentle twist in the lower back, but a bigger twist in the upper back body. Take a big breath in here, lengthen again through the crown of the head, and exhale. See if you can twist a little deeper. Coming through to center. Go ahead, changing sides. Take your right hand to the outside of your left hand. Left fingertips swing around behind your hips. Lifting up through the chest. Big breath in here. As you exhale, begin to initiate that rotation of your spine, pushing the left hip gently forward. We'll stay here for one more round of breath. And with an inhale, head comes back to center first, and then release your hands to the back as well. From here, as promised, we'll tackle a little bit of our abdominal muscles. So what we're going to do is just take the feet around. You can take the heels down onto the mat and then hold the tops of your knees, lean back. Ensure that you have this nice long spine here. Shoulders are relaxed, elbows extend. And then once you find this point where your heels will gently lift off the mat without you having to really use a lot of strength, that's where you want to kind of sort of balance on your sit bones. Okay. If this is too much at any point, or maybe if your foot is hurting, you could always rest the broken foot on top of the other one, or you could go ahead and just keep the heels down onto the mat. So for me today, I think I will just rest my broken side foot on top of the other one. And then I'm going to extend my arms forward. You can flip your palms, keep the hands, trying to keep the hands at the height of your shoulders. Lift your chest, your heart, keep your neck relaxed, relax your shoulders, and then reach through your fingertips and hold your boat. Just hold it here for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, 1. From here, we're just going to release the feet down, come back up into an upright seat. Take a big breath in here. Exhale out. Inhale once more. Exhale, release. We're going to do the same thing again. So holding on to the knees, lean back, extend your elbows, find that tipping point where your heels lift up. Lift your shins parallel to the floor or keep the heels on the ground. When you're ready, reach your arms forward. And all we're going to add to this boat now is as we lift the chest, we're going to take the hands to our heart. And then we're going to twist to the left side, trying to align the right elbow at the height of the left knee. Maybe the left arm can come up. We're breathing here. Press your palms together. Breathe. 3 and 2 and 1. And coming back to center. Release your feet down. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe you want to lift your chest a little bit, lengthen the front side of the body. Exhale out. And one more time. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Hold the tops of your knees. Roll back. Lift your heels or keep them lowered. When you're ready, hands to your heart and lift your chest. Lengthen the spine. And then from here, we're going to twist to the right side, trying to bring the left elbow to the height of the right knee, right elbow to the height of the left elbow, and then pressing your palms firmly against each other, breathing. Shoulders stay relaxed, facial muscles are soft. And 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center. And from here, relax and release. Good. Now we're going to transition into an all fours position. So if you have that little pillow, go ahead and place it towards the back of the mat. For me, this is the perfect height, and it's just a little bit of a support for the top of my foot, which is still a little bit bruised and sore. So this feels just so much better to rest it on this soft surface instead of on my mat. Good. From here, cat-cow is most likely. So we're just going to go ahead, inhale, finding the length in the front body as we peel our nose, our chin up, pressing into the top of that left foot or your not broken foot, and then release your shoulder blades away from the back of the neck. Hold here, breathe in. Exhale, chin to chest, round your spine. Now pressing everything that connects to the floor away and down, broadening the upper back body. Continue as you inhale, drop the belly, open up the front side of the body. Fingers are nice and spread here, shoulders relaxed away from the earlobes. Exhale, rounding the spine again, finding that fluid movement connected to your inhalation as you open the front body. Inhale here. And as you exhale, rounding into the upper back body, finding that broadness. Let's do one more round. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, pick up your nose, shoulders pull back. Exhale, rounding, chin to chest. Beautiful. Coming back into your neutral tabletop position. For me, it's fine to keep my right foot resting on that pillow, extending the left leg long back, and then trying to keep my hips level, pushing through the ball of my left foot. I am able to reach my right arm out. Just try and see if that works for you. Otherwise, you can always go ahead and just stay in tabletop position and try to work with whatever modification you can find for this pose. If this doesn't work, you could have maybe both feet down and just reach the hand, have both hands down, reach the foot. So you see there's lots of opportunities. Wherever you are, take 3 more breaths, relaxing your shoulders and your face, drawing the belly up towards the spine. Left hand is pressing firmly into the mat, and then right fingertips reaching forward, hand is spread, left toes are reaching back. Last exhale here. And we're going to switch, hand and knee come down to the mat, and we're going to switch out to the other side. So pressing into that left top of the shin, reach your right leg long back. If you can, push through the balls of the feet. If that hurts, just try and see if you can engage any other muscle in that leg, kneecap, calves, thighs, glutes, lots of muscles to choose from. Keeping your balance, spreading your right hand firmly and openly across the mat as you reach your left arm forward. Finding the length here, fingertips and toes reaching away from each other, navel draws to the spine. Try to keep your right hip pulling down towards the mat a little bit, micro bend in that right elbow. Same here. If your injury is on another side than mine, you can find modifications for this extension in our tabletop position. Let's take one more breath. And as we exhale, bring both hands and foot back down to the ground. Let's do one round cat-cow here, finding that release through the spine. Exhale, round the spine, pulling the navel up towards the spine here, rounding into the shoulder blades. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. From here, keep your knees exactly as they are, and then reach your hands forward towards the top of the mat. We're coming into puppy pose, Anahatasana. So see if you can keep your arms at shoulder width, or if you need to walk your arms out a little bit more so that you can allow the shoulders to ease down without feeling that restriction. From here, we try to keep the hips aligned over the knees, and then we lower down onto our forehead or any other object. If you have another pillow or a block, you could rest your head on. Elbows are still lifted here. And then we press into the hands a little bit so that we can really find that engagement, that opening through the shoulders. Navel keeps drawing to the spine, and then the tops of your toes press down against the surface underneath. You can also deepen this pose by bringing the chin to the floor and maybe lowering the elbows down, nearing the heart down to the floor as well. Find your variation. You could even hold on to the edges of the mat here if that's something you want to try out. See if that works. And just breathe. We stay here for just a little bit longer, really allowing the shoulders here to ease, to open. Because even if our injury is in the lower body, we often tense up in the upper body and we try to modify the ways we move. So it's really nice just to tend to the upper body and give it some tender, loving care. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale out. And then go ahead, lift your head up, slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. And then from here, we are going to come down onto our belly. So you might have to push that little cushion a little bit further back. And then we're just going to come flat down onto our belly. Good. Let's work a little bit onto strengthening the back body, the shoulders, which is really good for our posture. So first thing we're going to do is take the elbows underneath the shoulders. Palms are flat on the mat. Forearms are parallel. And then from here, we want to really work on pushing the chest forward, pulling the elbows back, and kind of pushing the elbows apart, almost as if you were trying to split the mat apart from the center. And then keep pressing into the tops of the toes. Gently engage your glutes. If this feels a little bit dodgy in the lower back, try opening your legs out a little bit wider or slide your elbows a little bit further out to the front. So just see what works for you here. If this back arch, this opening of the front body, feels totally okay, you might want to join me and lift the elbows up. Change nothing in this position, but pressing the hands into the mat and extending the elbows, coming into seal pose here. Shoulders stay nice and relaxed. Pubic bone is pressing firmly down into the mat. Your glutes are gently engaged. And we continue to breathe. Neck is soft. The muscles in the face are relaxed. Continue breathing here. Good. Or you're here. That's fine. Last inhale. Either option is great. And as we exhale, we're just going to lower down. Make a cushion for your forehead with your hands. Rest your forehead on your hands. Bend your knees and gently sway your legs side to side here. That's it. Good. Now extend both legs long out again. And then reach your fingertips forward. Pinky fingers on the ground, thumbs are pushing up, and forehead comes down to the ground. So the forehead stays grounded, and all we're going to do now is press into the fingertips or into the pinky side edge of your hand, and then squeeze your glutes and lift your legs up, just lifting the legs. Hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the legs down. Take one breath for a break. On your next inhale, press into the tops of the feet and then lift your arms off the mat. Forehead stays connected. Just lift your arms up as high as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release down. One more break breath. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift everything up. Arms and feet. Breathe here. Shoulders stay relaxed. Keep pushing through the balls of the feet. Keep reaching through the fingertips forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, release. Repeat that cushioning for your forehead. Maybe just sway your hips side to side, keeping the feet extended this time. One more breath in here. Full exhale out. All right, now bend your elbows and splay the elbows out to the side of the mat so that your forearms are parallel to the outer edges of your mat, palms facing down again, forehead down onto the ground, and then toes are pressing into the mat. Inhale, squeeze the glutes gently and lift your chest, your arms, and your head this time off the mat. Now keep your elbows at the height of your shoulders, and we're going to extend the arms forward, palms facing each other. Now crunch your hands, make a fist, and then as if you were pulling something really heavy back, bring your elbows all the way to touch your rib cage on the sides. Inhale, release, open your hands, reach forward, gazes down to the mat. Again, make fists, pull as if you were pulling something through resistance. Open the elbows out, touch them down around to the edges of your ribs. And inhale, reach the fingertips forward. Let's do two more. Pull the hands back, pull the elbows back towards the ribs. Keep squeezing your glutes, pushing the tops of the feet. Last one, release, reach the hands forward. Keep your gaze down, and one more time, pull something with resistance back. That's it. And release, bring your elbows back to shoulder height and release your forehead down. Repeating any version, feet extended or knees bent to shake your hips a little bit side to side and release the lower back. That's it. And from here, we're just going to go ahead and roll onto our belly. So we're just going to flip over. Going to move the cushion to the side. And then from here, we're going to tend to our abdominal muscles again. So what I want you to do is just bring one leg up, bring the other leg up so that you're lying with your shins parallel to the floor. The lower back is connected to the mat, really pressing down. So your pubic bone is kind of tilting a little bit towards your navel so that you can really release the whole of the lower back down to the mat. Good. From here, what we're going to do is tap the right foot down. Inhale, bring it up. Tap the left foot down. Inhale, bring it up. Just make sure that your lower back continuously stays connected. Keep alternating, tapping one leg and then the other one down. The closer you keep your knees towards your chest as you tap, the less impact it has on your core. The more you push your legs away, the harder it will be to keep the lower back connected. Playing around with that, we're going to go a few more rounds, keeping the shoulders soft, keep your jaw relaxed, and just tap down one heel after the other. Always drawing the navel down to the spine, making sure the lower back doesn't lift off. Good. Can you feel it in your abdominals? Good. Keep going. That's it. Let's do two more sets. So 4 in total. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs lifted for a break or set the heels down. We're going to be here for 5, 4, 3. Keep drawing the navel down, so just a cheater break, so to say. And one more breath. Good. What we want to do now is tap one foot down extend the leg out, bend the knee, bring it back together. Other foot taps down, extend the leg, let it hover over the mat, bend the knee, pull the leg back in. Got it? Right heel taps down, extend the leg, re-bend, bring it back. Left taps, leg extends, bend the knee, bring it back. Continue here. Keep going. Keep your lower back really connected with the mat and try and keep your breath as natural as possible. If you feel that your breath is completely out of the norm, maybe go back to just tapping your heels down. Your breath is the perfect scale to show you if you're still working within your limitations or if you might have come out of that, which is fine too. It's your choice, but if you want to continuously work on improvement, it's a good idea to really be mindful of your limitations. Again, let's do 4. Sorry. 2. Last one. Good. Now you can rest your heels down or extend the legs up into the air. Wherever you are, this for me is my little break, but you're more than welcome to rest the soles of the feet flat down on the mat. Breathing here, relaxing the jaw, the shoulders, the arms, and just having the legs up in the air, letting them, maybe shaking them a little bit, letting them reverse the blood flow, giving them a little break here as well. Good. We just have one more exercise to do, which is froggy legs. So what you can do now is take your hands, interlace them behind your head. You can keep your head just resting down on the mat or lift it up a little bit, elbows playing out, and then connect your heels together. Bring your knees a little bit wider so the toes are pointing out, the knees are pointing out, and the heels are connected. And then we're just going to bring the heels down and push the legs out so they connect on the insides. And again, bend and open the knees, extend, press the legs out, connect them. Keep going. If your neck starts hurting, you can always release the back of the head down. Otherwise, we're here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Also good for the insides of the thighs. 4, for the hips. 3, nice and slow, stick with me. 2, 1, and release the head down, release the legs down, extend the legs out, extend the arms out overhead, and we're going to come into one of the poses I really like doing after some abdominal exercises. It's called banana asana. So what you do is just walk your feet off to one side of the mat. Let's do the left side of the mat first. Keep your hips grounded, keep your shoulders connected, both sides of the shoulders, and then walk your head and your arms off to the same side as your feet, so to the left. Now you should feel a nice stretch through your side body. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can always take your right ankle and cross it over your left foot, and then grab on gently to the right wrist with your left hand and pull it up and over diagonally away so that you can intensify that opening through your right side body. Keep breathing. Try and send your breath all the way down into the area of your navel. Big inhale here. Exhale out. Once more. And release. Come back through center. Go straight off to the right. So walk your feet off to the right side. Keep your hips and your shoulders grounded. And then walk your upper body over to the right as well, maybe holding on again to the wrist or crossing your right ankle on top of your left so that you can get even deeper into this lateral stretch, this whole side body opening as you continue sending your breath down into the area around your navel. Good. Take one more breath here. Coming back through center, I'm going to finish this routine with a gentle twist. So take the soles of your feet down to the mat if you can, and then pull the knees up towards your chest. I have my little cushion for the injured side. So all I'm going to do is take my arms out to the sides at the height of the shoulders and then drop my feet with the knees connected, my legs over to that right side. And I'm going to actually rest my broken foot, where I have my broken toe, on that little cushion, and then take your right hand on top of that left knee. If you like, splay or turn your head over to the left, looking towards your left fingertips. Breathe here, continue that big belly breath. And relax your feet, relax your breath, your face, your belly. Bring your head towards the center, looking straight up, and take your legs back through the center and just come over to the other side. Find your twist to the left. Maybe your left hand connects on top of that right knee and your right head turns towards the right hand. Breathing here, finding that twist, keeping maximum length in your spine. Allowing the organs to be squished a little bit so that when we release the twist, the fresh new oxygen can flood into our organs with ease. Kind of like giving them a little bit of a kickstart after we release the twist. Head back to center. Take your knees back to center as well. Maybe hold the tops of the knees. Find some circular movements here, massaging out your lower back. And then I'll leave it up to you. If you have extra time at hand and you feel like you want to rest with your legs extended out in a Shavasana corpse pose, by all means stay here for as long as you're available. Or if you would like to end today's practice in a seated moment of silence, join me to roll over to either side. Use your hands to help you push up and then come all the way up into a preferred seat again. I actually am going to slide this underneath my hips so that I can come into a comfortable cross-legged seat with a little bit of an elevation underneath my hips. And we are going to be in silence, finding our connection to the breath again, allowing the benefits of this practice to trickle down from the crown of your head into every cell of your body, all the way down into the toes. If you have chosen to stay in Shavasana, it's time to come up into a seat of your choice. So taking a few moments here to roll to one side, to lift yourself up so that we can all meet in a seat of choice, aligning our head over the heart, over our hips and pelvis, finding a nice straight line for our spine, bringing the palms together at our heart center, bowing our chin towards the chest. Thank you so much for joining today's practice, the routine of yoga for a broken toe, foot, ankle, or any lower leg injury. I hope you have enjoyed today's practice. Namaste. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. Thank you for practicing. If you liked this content and maybe if you would like to see more, leave a thumbs up at the bottom of the video or even leave me a comment. I'd be really happy to hear your thoughts on this practice. And yeah, also don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can see other yoga videos that I will be posting here and there. All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye from Yokohama out into the world. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and speedy recoveries. Take care. Bye bye.